I am punch drunk and crazy, and this is the last official video of my March fundraiser. I've only got $294 to go. You know how to do it if you want to contribute. And either way, you guys have been incredible. This is an Asteroid Fight Club video, so some of the stuff I say might cause cognitive dissonance or just offend you straight out. Okay, so Trump tonight said the WHO estimate of 3.4 fatality death rate globally is really a false number. Adding, this is just my hunch, but personally, I would say the number is way under 1%. Well, I like to plan for the worst and pray for the best. And I would also like to note that our president, the leader of the free world, said on just Friday that we only have 15 cases, no one has died, and that number of cases would be at 0 soon. It is now 9:37 p.m. on a Wednesday, and we are at 157 cases, so he was incredibly wrong in that aspect. And he also said that it was not inevitable that this would spread to the United States, and I pretty much said all through February this was coming to the United States and would be spreading across the region of the USA in March. So, man, at this point, you can believe whatever you want to. I definitely would take it seriously until we know more, which would be another month or two. But you do you, man. Trump today also said part of the reason we're having problems testing people in the United States was because of Obama. So thanks, Obama. Anywho, you better hope that he's right, that it's under 1%, because a letter got sent out today from one of the people at the CPAC parties, where apparently someone who had tested positive they didn't want to sound the alarm, but he went to some of the CPAC stuff. Although I had told people I wouldn't be going to political functions right now. Anywho, and sure, yeah, Democrats have also done a crappy job, but they're not in power right now. All right, wash your hands. The Popocatépetl volcano in Mexico is still going cray-cray. Cray-cray. A Facebook employee has just confirmed that he too has COVID-19. And Eden Marie doesn't want to say it, but she did. Maybe Trump was talking about one of the nicer strains of the coronavirus, because apparently there are two. There are two different strains, one more aggressive than the other, which would indicate that it is mutating. And like my initial, after they kicked Zero Hedge off Twitter, my gut feeling was that, yeah, this is a bioweapon that got out of the lab. I don't know. I'd recommended everybody kind of start going to soft lockdown on the 10th of February and then speed it up. But I don't know. And definitely California with over 50 cases has been a hot spot. So I recommend Selena. I wouldn't go do the Kelly Clarkson show and to Kelly, but they didn't take my advice. And it happened to be on the day that today the California got put into a state of emergency. QAnon always talks about how there are celebrities who act like they're Democrats, but they're really conservatives in disguise. And I'm pretty sure Taylor Swift is one of them. And so maybe Selena's one of the others. And so they have secret information that it's under 1%. So more power to you. Hey, it's almost spring. Was this like the brutalest winter ever? LOL, what? And apparently, if people are going to the rodeo in Houston, they're spraying vinegar on them, which is like an aphrodisiac or whatever. And South by Southwest still says they're going ahead with their conference in 2 weeks. Although Apple has microphone problems. Apple has pulled out. Oh, Apple has pulled out, and not just the tip. And then the president was like, "Man, we need more quantitative easing," which is money printing, and interest rate cutting. And it's like all central banks have been doing over the last year is cutting interest rates. Either way, if we lose 1 to 3.4% of our population over the next year, that's a large number. Eric Fagelding, the COVID-19 epidemic is not just bad in Italy, but also the UK, France, Germany, and Spain. Note the y-axis is logarithmic. And notice like South Korea's tested 145,000 people. In the United States, we've tested 600. We've had 7 weeks to prepare for this. And I would guess we could see official lockdowns as soon as Monday, possibly even sooner. My guesses would be Washington, California, and New York City. So be prepared to stay home. New Jersey has its first case of coronavirus. And one point I made last night was this is just the first wave of this thing. This thing has been reported to be able to hit you again in a short amount of time. And so will it continue to mutate? I don't know. Let's play defense, though, y'all. And Jon Stewart should come out of retirement. Washington State has already started a slow, soft lockdown, which is weird because California has more positive cases and isn't getting anywhere near the attention. But yeah, Washington State issues order to all businesses. Employees should work from home if they're able to. But definitely stay cool and stay calm. Sure, yeah, sometimes I get lonely. Microsoft is asking employees in King County who are able to work from home to do so through March 25th, which would be 3 weeks, bro. We got another cruise ship who's got passengers. I don't know why I'm laughing. Who's got passengers who have probably developed the coronavirus. I think the cruise ship business is going to be taking a hit, you know. Hometown Blues, Houston and Fort Bend County have our first official coronavirus positive thingy. And let the conspiracy theory begin, because they're saying the coronavirus lives on surfaces, including your money. And so, of course, everyone's going to be like, see, they're pushing a cashless society. And okay, whatever. It has been suggested that now that there are 2 types of coronaviruses, one should drop out and endorse the other. It's wet in the southeast and it's going to be getting wetter. Wave after wave after wave. Man, I was like, I want my sense of humor to come back, and I want a lot of good times, good people, and romance, and kissing and cuddling. And then, boom, you get a giant non-zombie virus breaking out, which is like the least funniest, least romantic shit out there. So that's not cool. That's not cool at all, man. One of the Los Angeles people was a airport employee who worked at the airport. And that seems to create some more problems, I guess. And people were like, why does everybody keep punching this baby? And they're like, because it's baby Thanos. I was like, oh. Why is everyone suddenly hitting on the mini Ice Age baby? Because it's Thanos. And then this is a Russian volcano. So you got Popocatépetl and Klyuchevsky popping off, going cray-cray, getting nuts, getting jiggy with it. Best weatherman in town or around the planet is still doing his thing. You can catch him on Twitter as he puts together little video GIFs that are interesting and awesome. Hopefully, I'll be getting back to the weather in the near future. I just try to do what I can to save lives. And I feel like I've done a pretty good job over the last month. Although we had 25 people die in Tennessee. No word if it hit M Street. So yeah, California is over 50 people now. And now New York jumped from 5 confirmed cases to 11. The number of confirmed cases around the world has reached 95,000. And King County in Washington State urges people 60 or older, people with underlying health issues, and pregnant people to stay home and away from large groups during the coronavirus. Oh yeah, so Italy closed all of its schools today and canceled all sporting events. Well, just the spectator thing. People in Italy are still allowed to play football games or basketball games or whatever Italian games they play, but they're just not allowed to have fans attend, which is kind of weird. But it's like I said, we're not really doing anything to limit social interaction in major stages yet. One thing Republicans and Democrats are usually good at is spend other people's money. And so they signed a bill today. I'll have to read it later. I saw this tweet where the Pentagon's managing a small number of coronavirus cases. I don't know if that means in the Pentagon, but oh geez. Yeah, so we're at 11 since that Friday, we're at 11 people dead as opposed to 0 on Friday. And we had 15 people confirmed, and now it's 157. So if you've been watching the numbers across the world, they continue to jump exponentially until steps are taken or until the numbers would just stop being reported. Because that's been another weird thing about Trump, is the whole time has been like, oh, China's totally been awesome and they've given us nothing but the truth, and China's been very fair to the people, and China's done a great job, which is weird to see, But and so I don't necessarily trust China, but I don't technically trust our government either. It appears more and more comic book artists and writers have canceled their convention appearances, which is good for their safety, because this thing will definitely be extra spreading in March. I will be shocked if they do South by Southwest. So yeah, it's all a very weird situation, and I've done my best to inform you guys the best I can, and I definitely think the next few days and definitely the next week are going to be very interesting, and we are going to see lockdowns in the future here in the United States of America, Washington, California, New York, and that's when it'll get really interesting, because it's like this virus is showing us all the problems that exist in capitalism, communism, and socialism. So, thank you guys for being amazing. If you do want to contribute, I would sincerely super appreciate it. But either way, y'all have been incredible, fantastic, awesome, super. And I couldn't have asked for a better Asteroid Fight Club group, at least the non-famous people. I got an address, PayPal, Venmo, CashApp. So thank you again to Caleb, Mohammed, Lynn, Lynn, Mikey, the T, Advisor Tech, Marion Scott, Colleen, Ejubes, Silent Bob. Dude, I loved Clerks. Athena, Robert, Jamie, Caleb, Stephen, Henry, Computer Social Impact Research, JL, my Nostradamus Decipher, Viking Marine, and the Hopi Warrior Princess. Extra super thanks, and an extra shout out again to Lynn and Susan, because they were two of the first people to make sure that I was taking my preparation seriously and gave me the ability to do so. And they were the ones that said, hey, we got something nasty coming down the pipe, before the virus popped its head out. Robert, Cody, Tom, Kenneth, and Whimsical, thank y'all all very much. Thank you to everybody in Astro Fight Club. Thank you, everybody out there. 2020 is going to be the wildest year ever, but I did train us for this, so I'm hoping we do a really good job. But we shall see, man. It's touch and go. All right, stay cool, and I'm going to try and stay cool as well. God bless everyone. Have a wonderful evening. But yeah, I would definitely get ready, depending on what area you're in, to be asked to stay home for a month at some point in time in the spring. Peace out. God bless everyone.